So if you've been living under a rock, you may not have heard about the highly anticipated movie Oppenheimer, which follows Dr. Robert Oppenheimer and his involvement in the atomic bomb project in the 1940s during World War II. While casually scrolling on TikTok, I came across this video by the TikTok creator DTransLightful, who started off the video with a caption that read, "Oppenheimer is exactly the male supremacist culture that Barbie critiques." Now, I won't lie to you, I haven't seen Barbie yet, but I intend to, and I wanted to still watch this video because I have seen Oppenheimer, and I was interested in seeing what they had to say. Now, before I start getting into it, I just want to say, please do not go harass this creator. They are completely entitled to their opinions, as am I. I just happen to disagree with them, so please don't harass them.
I haven't heard anyone else on this app say that Oppenheimer fails the Bechdel test so spectacularly. There are like 2 female characters.
So first off, they state that Oppenheimer doesn't pass the Bechdel test, which before I get into it, I'll give you a short rundown of what exactly this test is. The Bechdel test was formulated sometime in the 1980s by cartoonist Alison Bechdel, and it gives 3 requirements for a film to pass the test. First, the movie must have at least 2 women. Second, they must be talking to each other. And third, their conversation must include anything but a man specifically. While Oppenheimer does fail this test, as Jean Tatlock and Kitty Oppenheimer don't speak to each other during the film, this does not automatically mean women aren't represented well in the movie. Other movies that have failed the Bechdel test are Gravity and Arrival, ones that feature a prominent female lead. Other times, movies that can pass the Bechdel test actually misrepresent women due to the sexist undertones that can be in them, but they pass because they meet those criteria. I'm not discrediting that this test adds a great view and underrepresentation of women in film, but a film not passing it to me does not automatically show that the film is sexist, which I feel this creator is implying.
They're both kind of inexplicably crazy. I love a crazy woman character. I just need for them to actually be a character, and I need their mental health symptoms to be, I need to know the story behind them.
What wasn't understood about the mental illness that Jean Tatlock and Kitty Oppenheimer were dealing with during the film? Jean Tatlock was shown a little bit less, but it was clear that she was dealing with clinical depression, especially when it was said that she had gone to a facility. As for Kitty, the movie portrayed that she was dealing with postpartum depression once Oppenheimer got back from finding out he was a part of the atomic bomb program, and she was drinking and wouldn't even, go help their child that was screaming in the other bedroom. Did you not pick up on those? Is it also not degrading to refer to these women as crazy characters? Because you said you love crazy characters when referring to their mental illnesses. They were dealing with real mental illnesses. And this wording just seems really insensitive to me, but continue on.
It's a movie about men and their legacy.
It's a movie about men and their legacy. Did you miss the point of the movie? It's a movie in which it's a biopic of Oppenheimer himself, and those around him were not the focus. And in this time period, the fact of the matter is, men were the majority. To me, this is like complaining that you don't see women on the front lines of a World War I movie. It's just a ridiculous take. Additionally, there were many women that were scientists that played a part in this movie that worked on the project, but you missed that.
And men talking to men. They do a bunch of stupid crap that results in a weapon of mass destruction, as you would expect.
Men do a bunch of stupid crap, and it leads to the creation of a weapon of mass destruction. Did you really just liken quantum physics to a bunch of stupid crap? Did you also forget that women played a part in the creation of the atomic bomb? It wasn't just men. If you actually look at the historical evidence, there are women that worked on this project, and it was even also portrayed in the movie. But, it's all about men, apparently.
A bunch of men talking to men, as you would expect.
We get it. Men talking just isn't a good thing.
I saw some Fox News clip where some guy was complaining that the men in the Barbie movie are idiots or losers. Ken goes on a journey, a real journey, and has musical numbers in that journey. I would love if Oppenheimer's wife got a journey the way Ken got.
By saying this, are you saying that Oppenheimer didn't have a real journey? And that it would have been amplified with a musical number? I really just can't wrap my head around this take. Oppenheimer led the creation of the atomic bomb with the thought that it was a necessary evil, and then he regretted the decision for the rest of his life, knowing that it could very well mean the end of humankind if nuclear war were to start. And as for his wife, she just wasn't the main focus, plain and simple. The movie mostly focused on Oppenheimer's work and the political struggle he dealt with as the government tried to witch hunt him for being a communist. Why would Kitty be the main focus?
Culture like Oppenheimer is what Barbie critiques, and Barbie is a much deeper movie.
Now, I could accept if you felt that Barbie was just such a deeper movie, because that's your personal opinion, and we take away different things from different movies. But to say it critiqued what Oppenheimer stood for is such a ridiculous statement. The only reason you're comparing the two is because they were released on the same day. If the release dates were changed, your video just never would have been made. I've also got a couple of extra points to make now that I've finished recording all of this. In the comments of their original TikTok, they mentioned that Kitty not hating her child was just not built upon, and that it just didn't make any sense. But I think it was very clear from how they showed the scene and where she's drinking at her table at night with the kid crying that she is going through postpartum depression. I thought that was kind of obvious, and the fact that they didn't pick up on that is a little confusing to me. They also mentioned that the sex scenes were needless, but I would highly disagree. I think the nudity of the scene where he's getting his clearance revoked really is just brutal. It portrays this vision that Kitty has in her mind that still haunts her from her husband's affair with Jean Tatlock, and the just kind of the vulgarness of it really just shows you what's going on in her mind. Just because it's nudity in a scene doesn't automatically mean that it's needless or it's distasteful. I felt like you really saw what Kitty saw in that moment, and it just had the entire theater, when I went, speechless, because it was just so raw and really just kind of made you feel disgusting. I would also like to mention that this creator did block me on TikTok from viewing their profile anymore. Once I criticized their video mentioning that they likened quantum physics to a bunch of stupid crap, then they didn't like that apparently. So just had to throw that one out there. I did get blocked. Now that's all I have to say on this creator's video, because that was all they had. But like I said before, please don't go harass this creator. I really just felt the need to make this because I really loved Oppenheimer, and it's actually my favorite movie of all time now because I enjoyed it so much. I thought it was a great look into Oppenheimer's life and his work on the atomic bomb project. And I feel like Christopher Nolan did an excellent job with the movie, the casting, everything. I really just loved it. If you like this content, be sure to let me know in the comments and leave a like or dislike. And hell, maybe even subscribe. I mostly do gaming content, but if you want to see more of this, let me know, because I really enjoy making content like this. So I appreciate you watching, and see you next time.